Well, that's fun. I guess I'm having some broadcasting issues this morning. I'm back on now. There's one person. Oh, the joys of Facebook Live. Hello out there. I'm hoping there you go. There's three of you back. Sorry, guys and gals. I don't know what happened. I'm strongly considering maybe switching over to doing these classes on Zoom, but that'll make things a little more uh, technically involved for some of you who haven't used Zoom yet. Anyway, I see a couple of you popped back in there. Sorry about that. Hopefully this doesn't bump me out again. All right. We're here in Sukhasana. Sorry about that, my friends. Can you draw yourselves back into your space? Bring the palms back to the thighs. Flip the palms over, press the palms into the tops of the thighs or the tops of the knees. And before you close your eyes, let's just do a little sweeping of the breath to get the breath activated. We're going to take in 5 breaths through the nose and then 5 breaths back out through the mouth. Two more. Now seal the lips. Continue breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Switch over to nice, long, full breaths in and out of the nose. Close the eyes. Keep the nice, long breath moving in and out of the body. Start to feel yourself arrive a little more completely into your space. Again, my friends, my intention today is to get us in and moving rather quickly and then be able to slow things down. I know we had a little technical difficulties in the beginning. You may be tuning back in. I apologize for that. Just get into your space, settle, close the eyes, get the breath flowing. Hopefully you have your props available if you're going to need them. Here we go. Open the eyes. Come to a nice tabletop position. So come onto the hands and into the knees. Draw the palms underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hip joints. Separate the knees about hip width distance. Taking a nice breath as you dip the navel down low and lift the chin. Coming into a cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Round and dome the upper spine. Send your gaze down. Do that several times on your own here. Cat-cow. Breath in to come into cow. Breath extinguish to move into cat. Add any extra movement into the body as you move into cat-cow. Maybe shifting the weight back into the knees and forward into the palms. Maybe shifting the weight side to side as you dip the stomach and lift it. You can really get into the neck area here too, letting the chin and the head swirl a few times here. Really just starting to press into the joints and get everything starting to roll and moving. Come back to center. Receive a nice breath and bring a nice amount of lengthening through the spine. Send your gaze straight down, lengthen through the back of the neck. Stay for the exhale. Here we go. Breath in, send the right heel straight back. Breath out, draw the knee to the chest, wind the forehead down towards the knee, tiger pose. Inhale, send the heel straight back. Exhale, draw the knee to the side of the elbow. Inhale, leg goes straight back. Exhale, replant knee underneath. Other side. Breath in, left heel inflates straight back. Breath out, draw the knee to the chest, wind the forehead down towards the knee, tiger pose. Inhale, inflate straight back. Exhale, draw the knee to the side of the left elbow. Inhale, inflate straight back. Exhale, replant knee underneath the hips. Let's do that again. Breath in, guide the right heel straight back. Breath out, knee to chest, tiger pose. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, retract knee to the side of the elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the knee back underneath. Breath in, left heel extends. Breath out, tiger pose, knee to chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw the knee to the side of the elbow. Inhale, send the heel straight back. Exhale, draw the knee underneath. Full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press into the mat. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. As you lift the hips, the heels will energetically start to melt down towards the mat. We're creating somewhat of an upside down V shape in the body. As you bring yourself into this full body pose, perhaps a little bend in each knee, intermittently treading the legs out, starting to warm up the lower half of your body, starting to get into the calves, into the thighs. mindfulness to the neck. Perhaps you can bring the chin down towards the sternum and then lift the chin back up, nodding the head a few times here. Maybe turning the chin from one side of the mat to the other. Come back to center. Come up nice and high on the ball mounds of the feet. Taking a breath. Exhale, hovering tabletop. Lower the knees 1 inch away from the mat. So bring the knees down. Taking a breath, lift the hips back up. Let the heels melt down. Inhale, come up high on the ball mounds of the feet. Exhale, hovering tabletop, lower the knees down 1 inch away from the mat. Inhale, lift the hips back up. Exhale, let the heels bend. One more time. Breath in, high on the ball mounds of the feet, lift up. Breath out, lower the knees down as low as you can. Inhale, raise the hips back up. Exhale, let the heels melt down. Breath in, gaze up, top of your mat. Exhale, walk yourself into a ragdoll pose. Walk the feet up behind the wrists. Come to the top of your mat in a nice little forward fold with a big juicy bend in the knees. The weight of the chest on the thighs. Bring your fingers to the back of the lower back. To the back of the lower back. Lace the fingers together and lift the lace fingers up towards the area above your mat, your ceiling or your sky. Wind the forehead down towards the shins. Squeeze the inner thighs back in towards each other. Breathe. Stretch. Breath in. Exhale. Release the hands from behind you. Bring the hands down in front of your two big toes. Straighten the legs slowly. Draw the palms to the shins. Press into the shins. Give yourself a nice halfway lift. If you have blocks available to you, you can press into the blocks or to the bolster here. Really starting to prop that upper body up by leveraging the hands into the shins or to the thighs, on top of the blocks. Keep breathing. Just do a little body scan here. Feel that tailbone poking out. Feel that flat part of your head poking forward. Keep that length through the back of the neck. Sift a little bit more weight into the ball mounds of the feet, perhaps. Draw the belly button to the back of the spine, so tighten up through the core. One more breath in. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands over head pose, a nice slow roll to standing. Slowly roll and bring yourself all the way to standing. Stack the shoulders on top of the hips. Float the palms up overhead. Press the palms together, press the thumb pads together. Exhale, Anuvasana, micro back bend. Lift the sternum, then lean back, pull the thumbs backwards, press the hips slightly forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, Samasthiti, press the palms together. Draw the thumbs down the front of the torso. Pause at the center of your chest and close your eyes for a moment. Just breathe. Open the eyes. Release the hands to the side body. Breath in, lift the palms up overhead. Breath out, forward fold. Press the palms together, then draw them back down to the center of the body. Hinge from the hips, dive down and forward. Bring the big toes together to touch. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees generously, send the tailbone down nice and low. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, swing the hands back behind you. Chair plane. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands come up nice and high overhead. Exhale, Anuvatasana, micro back bend. Press the palms together, lean back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Bring the hands to the shins, press into the shins, lift the upper body. Exhale, Dandasana, top of a high plank position. Plant the hands down onto the mat. Step, hop, walk your feet back behind you. Come to the top of a high plank position. Here we go. Breath in, shift weight forward into the palms. Breath out, shift weight back into the ball mounds. Inhale, weight forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath, lift the right heel up and high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through between the two hands, coming into a low lunge. Bring the back left knee down to the ground. Taking a breath, press into the mat, lift the upper body. Weight is in that front right foot. Palms will come up nice and high overhead. Exhale, open arm stretch to the right. Swing the right arm down and back. Open your chest to the side of your neck. Inhale, come back to center. Swing the right arm down and come back up nice and high with the hands overhead. Exhale, draw the palms down the front of the body. Pause with the thumbs at the center of the chest. Taking a breath, lean forward. Exhale, twist to the right. Put that left elbow on top of the knee. Breath in, open the arms. Breath out, bring the palms back together. Inhale, untwist, come back to center. Exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. Front right foot steps back. Come into a tabletop. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through, low lunge. Come down to the back right knee. Taking a breath, lift the upper body. Lift the hands up nice and high, overhead. Balance and breathe. Breath in. Exhale. Open arm stretch to the left. Swing the left arm down. Open the chest to the side of the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Swing the left arm down. Bring it back up nice and high overhead. Exhale, press the palms together. Draw them down the front of the body. Pause with the thumbs at the center of the chest. Breath in, pitch weight forward. Breath out, twist to the left. Right elbow stacks on top of the left knee. Breathe and balance. Taking a breath as you open the arms up. Breath out. Palms sandwich back together. Breath in, untwist. Breath out, bring the palms down to the mat. Front left foot steps back. Tabletop pose. Big breath in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Three-legged dog. Right foot lifts up nice and high. Exhale, step the foot through into a low lunge. Breath in, lift the body up, come come into a crescent lunge. So the torso is lifted now, weight is dived into that front right foot. Back heel is lifted, stacked over the ball mount of the foot. Diving as much weight into this lunge pose as we can, squaring the hips and the shoulders to the front of the mat. Receive a nice breath as the hands float up overhead. Echoing what we just did in a supported version, exhale, open arm stretch to the right, swing the right arm down and back, open the chest to the side. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, bring the palms down to the front of the body. Breath in, lean forward. Breath out, twist to the right, hook that left elbow on top of the knee. Open the arms, breath in. Breath out, bring the hands back down and together. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. Lift that front right foot. Send it back, top of a high plank position. Move through a chaturanga here. Lower yourself down halfway. Breath in, come into upward facing dog. Breath out, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, guide the foot through, low lunge. Breath in, lift the body up, crescent lunge. Weight is dived into that front left foot. Back heel is lifted. Hips and shoulders are squared to the front of the mat. Receive a breath, lift the palms up overhead. Breath out, left arm swings down and back. Open the chest to the side of your mat. Inhale, come back, center. Exhale, bring the palms down the front of the body. Pause at the center. Breath in, lean forward. Breath out, twist to the left. Right elbow hooks on top of the knee. Thumb and sternum towards each other. Breath in, open the arms. Breath out, bring the palms back together. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Front left foot steps back, top of a high plank position. Chaturanga, lower yourself down halfway. Elbows stay nice and tight to the side body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Breath in, lift up, crescent lunge. Breath out, open arm stretch to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, palms come down to the front of the body, repose in the arms. Breath in, pitch forward. Breath out, twist to the right. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring them back together. Breath in, untwist. Breath out, guide the palms down. Front foot steps back. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog all together. Here we go. Left foot high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Breath in, lift up, crescent lunge. Breath out, open arm stretch to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Breath out. Palms come to the center of the chest. Breath in, lean forward. Breath out. Twist to the left. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, bring the hands back together. Breath in, untwist. Breath out. Palms come down to the mat. Front foot steps back. Chaturanga. We all made a down dog together. Nice job. Breath in, gaze up, top of your mat. Exhale, step, hop, float, forward, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands overhead pose. Exhale, Anuvatasana, micro back bend, press the palms together, then lean back. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, Samastitihi, standing at attention. All right, let's do a little balance work here. Hands can release to the side body. Taking a breath, one-legged Tadasana, lift the right knee to hip level. Exhale, airplane to Ardha. Swing that right foot back and behind you, or you can press it through. As you tilt the chest forward, the arms will come along the side body. Continue to lift that heel up, guide the toes down. Close that right hip. Balance and breathe. Whew. Taking a breath, swing that foot back underneath, come back to one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, figure four, squat. Palms will come to the center of the chest. Cross that right ankle on top of the left knee. Bend the supporting leg generously. Send the tailbone down nice and low. Figure four, squat. Breath in, come back up, one-legged mountain. Breath out, release. Whew. All right, let's try that on the other side. One-legged Tadasana. Left knee lifts. Breath in. Exhale, airplane to Ardha. Sweep or stamp that left foot back behind you. As you guide that left foot back, the chest starts to tilt forward. You can put a little micro bend into that supporting leg to help stabilize you. Mindfulness to that left heel pointing up, toes down, arms are along the side body. Inhale, sweep the leg back underneath, come back to one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, figure four squat, left ankle tops the right knee, hands come to the center of the chest, supporting right leg, bends, sending the tailbone down, nice and low, figure four squat. Inhale, come back up, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, release. Bring the hands back behind you. Lace the fingers together. Swing that right heel back as you cascade the shoulders forward. A similar version of airplane to Ardha. We call this one toppling tree. So you're lifting that right heel and sending the chest forward. Lifting those lace fingers that are latched together behind the lower lumbar spine up, stretching the shoulders. Somewhat of a teeter-totter effect. Heel lifts, chest lowers. Taking one more breath, lift everything as high as you can. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Keep those right toes behind you lifted up nice and high. Standing half splits, keep lifting that right toe up as you wind the forehead down towards the knee, down towards the shin. If you'd like to test your balance here, you can lift both hands away from the mat. You can bring them behind the ankle. You can lift one hand. Woo. One more breath in. Exhale. Sweep that foot underneath you. Oh. Whew. Separate the feet hip width distance. Lift the front of the toes and then slide your hands underneath the feet. Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. Use those hands underneath the feet as a leveraging point to help pull the upper body down and forward. You can play with lengthening the backs of the legs here. Pull those elbows nice and wide to the side to help you leverage the chest down. Nice stretch for the backs of the legs and the lower back. Two more breaths. I think I see one person still logged on. I wonder who that is. Have you been practicing with me the whole time? I love you. Sorry for these technical difficulties. Slide the hands out from underneath the feet, Padahastasana. Whew. Bring those toes back together to touch. Nice. Roll yourself up. Here you are standing at attention. Bring those lace fingers to the back, lower spine area again. Latch the fingers together. Pull the latch fingers down low, stretching the shoulders. Now lift that left heel and send it back. Toppling tree. As the chest topples forward, the heel lifts in the back, and you negotiate the amount of lift with the amount of tilt in the front. Teeter-tottering forward. Whew. Slight little bend in that front leg might help you to balance a little easier. Keep lifting and breathing. One more big breath in. Exhale. Whew. Release the hands down to the mat, but keep lifting the back left toe, standing half split. Now you're winding the forehead back down towards the shin, towards the knee again. A balance and a stretch here at the same time. Taking those little sips of air, maybe testing the balance a little more intensely by removing one hand away from the mat, or maybe both. Aesthetically, one day, maybe, these left toes will be pointing up towards the clouds. Not necessary to get there in order to feel the stretch. One more breath in. Exhale. Ooh, sweep that leg underneath. One more nice big deep hip stretch. We're going to come into a frog pose malasana. So separate the feet about hip width distance again. Angle the toes out so that they're pointing off the edge of your mat and the heels in. So the toes are turned out on each side. And then you're going to send the tailbone down, sink it down as low as you can. Squatting in between the two legs. Wedging the elbows in between the thighs and using that as a little bit of traction to help press the legs open and feel a little more intense stretch there. Mindfulness to the lengthening of the spine all the way up into the back of the neck. See if you can find a little bit of lengthening here. Always an option to slide a block underneath the tailbone. One more breath. Exhale, release the hands down. Press into the mat, lift the hips up. Toe heel the feet together to touch. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Nice slow roll to standing. Hands come with you overhead. Hands overhead pose. Exhale, Samastitihi. Standing at attention. Draw the thumbs down to the center of the chest. Pause there for a moment. Let's go through another little flow series, and then we'll get into some deep hip stretches and then get onto our backs. Here we go. Release the hands to the side body. Inhale, hands come up nice and high. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come back to the chest. Hinge from the hips, dive down and forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, step or hop the feet back behind you. Bring yourself into a Chaturanga, or you can simply press back into a downward facing dog. We're all going to meet in a down dog together. Here we are, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, step the foot through. Low lunge. Breath in, lift yourself up. Crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open arm stretch to the right. Swing the right arm down and back. Inhale, come back to center. Lift the hands nice and high. Exhale, plant the back foot down onto the ground. Warrior one. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Open yourself up to warrior two. Opening the chest and the hips to the side of your mat. Spreading those pinkies nice and wide, broadening through the chest. Taking a breath. Lift the right hand high. Reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm down. Left arm up. Inhale, lift, exalted triangle. Straighten that front leg. Right arm comes nice and high. High five the back of the mat. Exhale, triangle pose. Come back down, arms are on the same plane. You reach that front arm forward, then drop it down. Left arm comes up. Similar to extended side angle, except both legs are straight here. One more breath. Inhale, high star, press into the mat, lift the hands up nice and high overhead. Turn the right toes in, then turn both heels in. Exhale, horse squat, palms come together overhead. Send the tailbone down nice and low. Draw the palms to the center of the chest. Horse squat with a pulse. Pulse. Here we go. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, widen the arms. Taking a breath. Exhale, forward fold, fold down, and forward. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. You can bring the hands to the sides of the ankles, to the backs of the calves, to your big toes. Use that as a little bit of leveraging to pull you down and forward to help intensify the stretch in the backs of the legs and the backs of the upper body. I see no messages on the screen. I see one person logged in, but I see lots of 8 notifications. I'm sure I'm going to be getting an earful about today's broadcast and how it didn't go well. Can't wait out who's been told. You'll get on me. What's going on? Let's see. A message is popping up. Ronnie, you're sending me a joke right now. Awesome. All right. Here we are. Prasarita. Let's get a nice little deep hip stretch in. So wind yourself around to the front of your mat. Come down to that back left knee. First, work the right foot to the upper right-hand corner of your mat and bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. Gonna get a nice little quad stretch here. So leave that left hand on the mat. Wind the left heel back towards the tailbone. With the right hand, reach up, over, and back for that pinky edge side of your right foot. Nice little stretch for the quads and for the calves here. Two breaths. All right, slowly release that leg. Hand will come back up and over. So both hands are now again inside of that right foot. Runner's lunge. Let the weight of the chest start to melt down towards the mat. Maybe even come onto your forearms. You can put the forearms on top of a block or a bolster here. Coming into a nice runner's lunge or maybe even a lizard's pose. You can let the knee buckle out to the right side, coming onto that pinky edge side of your right foot. This is lizard's pose, a deeper version of runner's lunge. Couple breaths. Press into the mat. Lift yourselves back up. Now, rather than do a half pigeon, we're going to do figure 4 stretch on our backs later. So let's just come into a supported half splits here. Send your weight back into that left knee, and then align the right heel a little more central to the mat. Hands will frame the front right shin. This is another place you can utilize blocks if you need to. You can rest your weight on top of 2 blocks here to help support the upper body. Supported half splits, wind the forehead down towards the shin. Get a nice stretch through the back of the thighs. If full splits is within your practice, then feel free to open that back leg up or explore how far you can get that back leg open. And then a little bit of mindfulness to the forehead winding itself down towards the shin. Two more breaths. Start to lift yourselves back up. If you're in that supported version, just wind yourself back up. We're going to send that right heel back. Send it back. Coming into a tabletop pose here. Taking a nice breath here in your tabletop. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, step the foot through, low lunge. Breath in, lift the body up, crescent lunge, Anjayanasana. Breath out, open arm stretch to the left, left arm strings down and back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, warrior one. Step that right foot onto the ground, sealing the heel and the sole of the foot onto the mat. Breath in. Exhale, open yourself up to warrior two. Sending that back heel back a little further, opening the chest and the hips to the side of the mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, lift, exalted triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Bring the arms back down on the same plane. Reach forward, setting the torso up. Exhale, triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm up. This left arm is a leveraging point again to help open this top shoulder. Side body open and stretch. We're here for one breath. Inhale, lift up. High star. Turn the left toes in, then turn both heels in. Exhale, horse squat. No pulse this time. We're going to test the balance. Come up high on the ball mounds of the feet. Lift both heels. Send the tailbone down lower. Breath in. Exhale, release the heels, straighten the legs. Make 11s with the feet, parallel the feet. Taking a breath, open the arms nice and wide. Exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold, fold down and forward. If you'd like to try something on a little different on this side, other than Prasarita, you can come into a Skandasana. So bend the right knee, generously straightening that left leg, feeling a nice little stretch. And the left side body. If you're trying on Skandasana, one of the fun, challenging things to do is to see if you can switch the weight over into the other leg without using your hands. If you're just here in Prasarita still, that is fine as well. One more breath. Wind yourself around to the front of your mat. Come down to that back knee. Work that left foot to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Bring that right hand as best you can underneath the right shoulder. Then fold the right heel towards the tailbone. Lift the left hand up, over, and back. Reach for that pinky edge side of the left foot. A little hamstring stretch here. Quad stretch, excuse me. One more breath. Release that foot. Arm comes back up, over, and down to the inside of that left foot. Maybe work that left foot a little higher to the upper left-hand corner. Now we're bringing ourselves into a runner's lunge, lowering the weight of the upper body down onto the forearms. Maybe the forehead even comes all the way down. Also gave you lizard's pose as an available option, rolling to that pinky edge side of the left foot. Left knee buckles out to the side. You can even maybe press that knee open with the left hand. Let the head hang heavy. Just breathe here. One more breath. All right, prop yourself back up. We're going to get into our half split stretch, or maybe a full split if you're in full splits. So guide weight back into that right knee and then centralize the left heel a little more. And then wind the forehead down towards the shin. You're engaged in half splits right here. If you need a little bit of bolstering, You can bring the blocks into the game here so you can rest the weight onto the blocks rather than having to reach so far over and down. And then wind the forehead down towards the shin. And again, if you're working towards full splits, and you tried it on the other side, you can work towards stretching this side out by sending that right leg back a little longer. And getting my workout in with you today. Thanks for practicing. If you've been practicing with me this whole time, love you. Glad to know I'm not out here for no reason. I see a message just popped up. All right. Start to wind yourself back up. Working with the blocks to the side. Step that left foot back. Bring that knee underneath you, coming into a tabletop. Widen the knees. Past hip width distance. Bring the chest and the forearms down onto the mat. Keep the butt jutted up nice and high. Slide the forearms forward. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Puppy dog pose. 2 breaths here. All right. Start to lift yourselves back up. Bring weight forward into those forearms, and then zip up the inseams of the legs. So walk the legs in together, and then lower the chest all the way down onto the mat. Walk the palms out by the shoulders, pin the elbows in nice and tight to the side body. Uncurl the shoelace side of the feet as you press it into the mat. Release all the air from the lungs. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose. Peel the chest away from the mat. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, release the chest all the way down. Bring the arms along the side body. Let the left ear come down onto the mat. Flip the chin to the right side. A little stretch for the cervical spine. Close your eyes for a moment here. Just breathe and relax. Winding everything down. I want the rest of our practice today to be just about breathing and relaxing into the space. Coming back to the breath. Lift that left ear away from the ground. Switch the chin to the opposite side. So just look to the left now. Right ear will be pressing into the mat. Close your eyes. See if you can slow the breath back down again. Start to check back in with the body. How does your body feel right now? Any messages gurgling up? Lift the chin, come back to center. Take your hands and lace the fingers together behind the lower back. Pull the lace fingers down, stretching the shoulders and peeling the chest away from the ground. A slight little Salambhasana here with a shoulder stretch. You can even lift the thighs and lift the legs away from the ground. Take 2 breaths here. Slowly let everything melt back down onto the ground. Roll over onto your back. Draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the tops of the shins. Flex the feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, half wind removing pose. Excuse me, full wind removing pose. Let all the air out. Pull everything nice and snug to the chest. Release the hands from on top of the shins. Float both feet up overhead. Press the heels up towards the clouds. Wind the toes towards the forehead. You can bring the hands to the backs of the thighs here, the backs of the calves. Breathe here for a moment. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Pull the heels in nice and snug to the tailbone. Arms will come along the side body. Separate the feet about your hip width, hip girth. Receive a breath and press into the mat. Lift the hips up. Palms press in, hips lift up. One more breath. In and out. Exhale. Let the hips come back down. Take the right ankle and stack it on top of the left knee. Thread the hands underneath the left thigh, and then pull the left knee towards the forehead. Figure 4 stretch here. You can bring the hands on top of the left knee if that's a better way to support and leverage the left knee closer to the chest towards the forehead. Also an option to leave one hand behind the thigh maybe and use the right hand to press the knee away from you, intensifying the stretch a little further here. Slowly release the left leg, let it come back down. Unstuck that right ankle, and bring the right foot back down onto the ground. Take a nice little bridge pose here in between. So press the palms into the mat and lift the hips back up again. Bridge pose one more time. Exhale. Let the hips come back down. Stack the left ankle on top of the right knee. Thread the hands underneath the right thigh. Pull that right knee towards the forehead. Or the option is to bring the hands to the top of the right knee. The left hand can press into the left knee, press it away from the forehead, intensifying the stretch a little further. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. And just start to enter that mental state you might feel as you're a little drowsy, falling back into that mid-morning nap state. Okay, you'll be in Shavasana soon. The rest of your day is awaiting you. One more breath. Slowly release the tension. Let the leg fall back down, or the foot fall back down. Unstack the left ankle. Spread the arms nice and wide like a giant capital T. Draw both knees in towards the chest. Taking a breath. Exhale, release both knees to the right. Supine twist. Left shoulder blades resting on the mat as best it can. One more breath. Untwist, come back to center. Breath in. Breath out, release over to the left. Supine twist. Last side. One more breath. Untwist, come back to center, knees come into the chest. Taking a big breath. Exhale, happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Reach for the big toes or the ankles, the calves. Pull the knees wide to the side. Stamp the flat part of the feet up towards the ceiling. Rock yourself from side to side, happy little babies. Rock back to center. Draw the knees into the chest one final time. Wrap the arms around the shins. Bring the forehead up towards the knees. You have two choices. You can unfold into a Supta Baddha Konasana. You can unfold into a Shavasana. Your choice. Breath in. Exhale. Final resting pose. Shavasana. Or Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees open to the right edge of your mat. Eyes are closed. Well, thank you for practicing with me, Goldman. Sorry it was so rough on you. If you join into this practice later, hope you enjoyed yourself. Wow, this hair is everywhere. All right. Sorry for the technical snafus. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I teach for the Japanese Friendship Garden on Saturdays at 9 a.m. You can go to the Japanese Friendship Garden and sign up for that class. It's a Zoom class, so it's a little more personal. We can be able to see each other and hear each other. Alrighty. My next Facebook Live class is on Monday, 9 a.m. See you then. Have a great day. Peace. Namaste.